Pretty soon is Thanksgiving, and we like to celebrate that with some wine and cheese, and of course, cutting board from Hardwood Garage. Thanks for watching. Right now I'm going to make a cutting board out of leftovers, and what we have here, it's teak, walnut, mahogany, oak, teak again, and a little mahogany. And I like to do that. I save all the small cut-offs. You can buy small cut-offs pieces at your local lumber yard and do the same thing at home. You could also, some of the wood shop that doesn't have time to do this, they sell or give away the small cut-offs. And I like to do it. I like to save it, and I like to make stuff from repurposed or reused material. We also had plans to do a cutting board with a live edge. It can look a little different than this, but I had a small accident on the planer, which we will show you in a separate episode. It was a stupidity, not being safe, and joining or planing a piece of live edge. It wasn't smart, and this is proof. But as I said, we're going to show that later. Maybe we learn something. I'm using a coarse paper just to get some of the glue so it's flat enough to send into the planer or thickness planer. To protect a cutting board, I always use any cooking oil. Looking at olive oil, coconut oil, because you are going to put food on there. And if it's too, like today it's a little bit cold, it's easier to apply it when it's liquid. And then when you've used this for a month or two, all you do, you clean it with warm water and put some more oil on. Don't put it in the dishwasher, it's just too hot. When I get some leftover pieces of wood, I cut thin strips in a table saw, and then I end up with stuff like this. I then shave off round off the edges, which I'm going to show you guys how I do it, and then I end up normally, let's say if I have 3 different sizes, and then I pack them together, put a rope around there, and that's like a utensil. You use the bigger one when you fry your scrambled eggs. This could be spread butter or jam on your sandwich, and the same thing. In Sweden we use a lot of this size to put butter on your toast. So I'm going to show you how we finish them with little rounded edges and some sandpaper. Here I made a few. Normally I give away 3 in a package, but I think we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I tie them together with a little, this is a natural string with some tar in it. And now you have a little utensil. It could be for frying, or it could be for butter, or for jam. And where do we have the, here we have the cutting board. Here they buy the cutting board, they get this one as a bonus. Or many times my clients that buy a table, I just give them this whole thing. Put a little cheese here and a bottle of wine, and life is good. Here we have the end result on the piece that we glued together and sanded, and I put some coconut oil on it, and that's how pretty it is. And it's easy, you can put any oil on there when this dries out in a few months. I just made a bunch of cutting board, 40, 50 of them, and they're all made from scrap material or leftover material when we were building bigger furniture. And before I had a lot of scrap material, I just bought scrap material from other wood shops. So you can do that and make it at home. And if you don't want to make it, we have some of them for sale on our website, hardwoodgarage.com. Cheers. Thanks for watching.